So this is my homemade lemon extract, and we're going to be using it to make lemon blueberry muffins today. So we're going to be starting with 1 3/4 cup of flour, which is also 219 grams, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of baking soda. We'll next be creaming together our butter and our sugar. We want to make sure that our butter is room temperature. So I'm going to be adding the sugar and the lemon zest into this bowl first. And so something I like to do when I have lemon and sugar together, and it's in a ton of recipes as well, is rubbing the zest with the sugar with my fingertips. This releases a lot of oils in the lemon zest into the sugar, and it makes it much stronger in the end bake as well. And so now with our lemon zest and our sugar together, we can add it to the butter. And this is what the consistency should look like. We're next going to add in our room temperature eggs. We're going to be adding in some room temp Greek yogurt, and then a tablespoon of the lemon extract. We're next going to be adding in some milk, and then we'll want 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. And then we'll add our dry ingredients. We're now going to mix just until all the flour has disappeared. We're next going to prepare our blueberries. Just to ensure the blueberries don't sink to the bottom in each specific muffin, I'm going to add some flour. Instead of using the mixer, we're just going to fold these in gently. So now our batter is done. Now working on the crumble topping. So I already have my flour and my melted butter in here. And we're adding in some brown sugar and then some lemon zest. And then we'll just mix this with a fork. So then this is the consistency that we should have. So the recipe calls for 12 muffins. However, I'm going to be using this larger pan because I prefer larger muffins. I generally don't keep muffin liners on me, so I always use parchment paper to create them. So I'll start with cutting out a square and then cutting the corners. I'll just push in, and then we have our muffin liner. So now I'll use a cookie scoop to get every muffin tin filled. We're now going to add in our crumble. All right, so these are going to go in the oven at 450 for 5 minutes, and then at 5 minutes, we're going to reduce the temperature to 350 to continue baking. So these are fresh out of the oven, and I'm using a cake tester, and once I insert it, I can see that it comes out clean. So these are now going to sit for about 5 minutes before we remove them from the tin. So these have been cooling for a little bit longer, but this is what it looks like. I love using parchment paper instead of the traditional cupcake liners just because I don't have any ever, and this is great in a pinch. You can see it doesn't affect the bake at all.